These ingredients are screaming spring. What are we making?
We're doing like a whipped ricotta, but we're putting honey and lemon into it.
Yeah.
I've got charred asparagus with a little white balsamic on there. I've got a rhubarb jam on top, some toasted pistachios, a little sourdough bread.
All the good things. Well, the fact that you put it on bread is the reason why I showed up to work today. Like, I like that. Make all the things, the spring things, and then put it on bread.
Absolutely.
So sourdough, a nice thick sourdough. How do you want to start?
Well, you know what? Start with something simple. So we're making a rhubarb compote or a rhubarb jam. And some people think, oh, man, I'll just go buy it. And yeah, sure, you can do that. But it's really easy because this here, what I've done is just taken frozen rhubarb, thrown it in there, and then you're looking at about a 2-to-1 ratio. So if you've got 2 parts rhubarb, then you put 1 part sugar.
Because, you know, rhubarb it's bitter.
Yeah, you need to sweeten it up.
Some sweet.
And if you're making a traditional jam, like your breakfast jam, it's almost equal parts. So we're a little less than that because we want it to be something for the toast, right?
Okay.
So, then I've got ginger, which really gives you a really great flavor.
That's nice.
So you could add that in if you like.
Yeah.
Orange juice gives a nice tang to it, you know. And then I'm just taking some lemons and just putting some zest in there, you know, and you can go around for as much as you like. But the nice thing about this is you simply take that, put it on the stove, and just let it simmer. You know, stir it at first so the sugar doesn't cook, doesn't burn. But after that, you cook it down, and you end up with a simple rhubarb jam like that.
How long does that usually take, Chef?
About 30, 40 minutes. Not too long.
Beautiful.
You know, depending on how much you're making. Right?
Okay, so that's our jam, and it's probably going to be nice and sweet and a little bit tart.
Yeah, it gets that little, you know, I love that little tang, right? But chill it right down before you serve it. It's fantastic.
Okay.
But the ricotta is what I really wanted to show you because this, for me, to be honest, I don't really like ricotta like it is.
What is it? Is it not enough for you?
It's
Like
the
it's
texture.
not enough. Oh, it's the texture.
It's the texture. It's a little that grainy kind of texture.
It
is also a little bland.
Yeah.
You know, but
it
just
needs a little salt and something.
Yeah, exactly. So what I do first is I just kind of throw it in the food processor, and I just I whip it.
Yeah.
Now I would probably leave this for about a minute. For the television, we're going to speed it up a little bit. But what that does, it makes it smoother.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of brings the texture off, right? But then
that's actually a quieter food processor than we're used to around here. I like
just
that.
for you guys.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it.
And then we add a little bit of honey in here because we just, you know, sweeten it up a little bit, and you can sweeten it as much as you like. Again, I'm on the lemon right now, so we're just throwing zest in there like this, right? But here's the thing. We're also going to add some olive oil, but before we do that, we're going to do this, put it on top.
Blend it up a little bit more. So getting it whipped, the ricotta a little bit more whipped. Do you like that texture a bit better? Yeah, don't take that thing out.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, I do like the texture better, but what I love is adding this in slowly because it actually kind of gives it that nice volume and like almost whips it up, but it helps it to hold that shape.
The oil.
So you end up with more of a kind of a, like almost like a whipped chantilly, but ricotta.
Okay,
you know,
nice.
and so you end up with, again, I'm just gonna speak, but look at that, look how light and fluffy and creamy that is.
Beautiful.
Right? Perfect for our toast.
Lovely.
So now we need to get the next ingredient, which is the asparagus.
Yeah, what are we going to do with them?
Well, I think we've got sweet, we've got that creamy, so we need something like char. So what we're doing is we're taking the asparagus, toss it in a little oil, and then I'm just throwing it over the grill. Now, if you're a true Canadian, you're out on the barbecue. But if you're a wimp like me, you just use the grill pan like this. Right? But
all winter long, we're out at the grill.
But obviously, it's going to take longer with this. But the idea is you just want to char it. We want to get that, and you can go a little heavy on it, like make it bitter, okay?
Okay.
But the tip I want to give with this is a lot of people grill their asparagus and cool it down, and then put dressings on them and vinaigrettes. When it comes off the grill, that's when you want to add some balsamic or whatever you want to add, some salt while it's hot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because the thing is, when it's hot and it starts to cool down, it absorbs all that flavor, and they're going to taste. I mean, you end up with this asparagus. It's got so much flavor to it.
Yeah.
So.
Did you do anything to that asparagus after you got it, other than cleaning it? You're not taking off any skin. You're not.
Actually, if they're larger, I peel them.
Okay.
Yeah, these are thin, so I just went right with it. But if they're larger, I do peel them because of the fibers.
It's a bit woody. It gets a bit woody of the big ones.
So then last is you were talking about the sourdough bread. So we've got this nice little toast here. Actually, let's bring this right over here. So I've just taken nice chunky bread, and in England we like to toast on one side, but I've toasted it both for now. But just grill it a little bit.
You English do things differently, don't you?
When it's soft, it's like bread, you know, like that.
So one side would be soft and one side would be grilled.
That's right,
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, because you get the char
still
flavor,
bread involved.
but it's got to be a really good, thick, fresh sourdough.
I agree.
I'm telling I'm a little hungry right now. So then this is when we start to build. We just kind of do a nice little bit like this, you know,
make
a nice pillow. But this is the fresh that's going to be on there. And then we take our asparagus, and you can put as much as you like on there. Just build those up. Okay, like this. And then the rhubarb jam, which I think came out really great. You know, look at the texture of that. It does lose the color a little bit.
Yeah, and it's good to know. I mean, it's good to see what it looks like. It's not going to be the bright red you might be expecting when it cooks all the way down.
Well, when you get into strawberry season, you can add some strawberries to this,
there
strawberry rhubarb, and it brightens it up, right?
Yeah.
So you do something like that, and then I tend to, like, once I've got it kind of so here, then you can just drizzle a little bit more honey over top if you want.
Okay.
You know, just a little.
Now listen, I know that completes your board, but just bring one of those back.
Yes.
Maybe to over here.
Yes, right about there?
Yeah. I will share it, but first I need to try it so that you know if it's good. It's good. It's very good.
Isn't it fresh though, the lemon?
It's fresh. It's amazing.